Game number 1, we have Lucho in red playing as Mongols versus Vivi in blue playing as the Hans. And this is surprising to me. I was very convinced that Hans are going to be for cross here from Vivi.
Yeah, maybe it's like you said that Lucho had the counter pick of the Dravidian, so Vivi had to switch up his plan there. The berries for Lucho are very, very far forward, and for Vivi they're a lot safer. Lucho's map's kind of ugly, but of course if they're going for that fish, maybe those berries won't come into play too early. And of course on I almost said Acropolis. Acropolis, everything is very open anyways. Your only defense is that elevation you have on your starting base.
True, with the rocket terrain next to the edge of the map, you cannot wall with the edge, so if you want to keep your base protected, you will have to go for some sort of egg walls and then small walls next to your resources. And that being said, I see Lucho moving with a lumber camp at that forward wood line. That was exactly what I was about to comment on, that yes, forward berries, but they are somewhat close to that wood line, and we often see a tower going up at the forward wood line. So the berry villagers won't be very exposed since it's so close to a potential tower there on the wood line.
Yeah, Vivi's just going out with his lumber camp villagers, just praying that there's a wood line there. Had to explore a little bit longer to find that lumber camp position, but did find it in the end and won't be too far a distance. He already spotted the shorefish where he probably wants to drop his dock.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely prefer the wood lines being spawned like that for Lucho, because looking at Vivi, I see a lot of open field in front of the hill that he's on.
Yeah, if his micros isn't perfect today, he might be in some trouble. And I guess he could wall somewhat easily to that dock, and then it'd be a little bit harder for Lucho to come pressure his lumber camp. He did a nice job of putting that lumber camp in the backside, but it looks like Lucho's going to be the first one out to dock.
Oh, that's nice. Our base is in my chat and he's saying we pushed an update so the deer don't spawn on the edge of the map anymore.
Okay.
Did you see? I think it was Vivi, actually, in his set. He was trying so hard to push some deer from next to the edge of the map, and it was. I think he spent most of the Dark Age trying to push one single deer.
Oh, that sucks. I don't think I saw that match particularly, but I have seen that come up, and it feels like that's one of the biggest topics right now for map balance is making sure the deer are in a decent position.
Yeah, exactly. So it was frustrating to watch. I don't even want to imagine being in that player's shoes.
Like, it almost feels like you pause and ask for an admin re.
Yeah.
But I imagine with Vivi, with his need for a translator a lot of the time, it might not be the easiest thing to call for re and try to explain that my deer are stuck on the edge of the map.
Yeah. Yeah, you see Lucho is taking the water and Vivi's not going for it, which I'm surprised. Vivi was one of the players that was prioritizing the dog first thing first.
And Lucho's up one hit on the scout fight, but okay, they're going for it again. Vivi's trying to bring him back to that hill, but Lucho's like, no, I want to push this deer all the way from the middle of the map back to my base.
Feeling bad.
What do you think about this matchup in general? How do you expect the outcome to be? What's your prediction? Because Vivi is a player that last season was in Platinum, so after that he was relegated to Gold League, and Lucho is an up-and-comer that is fresh out of the Silver League, promoted to Gold this season.
Yeah, right. I think Lucho would be very happy to get 2 wins. I think to get a win, and I think he kind of needs a win because I would say he's arguably been up against the 2 weakest players in this group, in Group A so far. He was up against Guki, and I can't actually remember who else he was up against so far.
Sobek, I think.
Was it Sobek?
Yeah, Sobek Lucho was the game where the Trebs crashed.
Oh, right. Oh, you're right. Okay, so never mind. He hasn't been up against the strongest player, or the weakest player. I wouldn't say Sobek's the weakest player, but I think
Sobek was another player from relegated from Platinum.
Right, yeah. Sobek's looked very strong, just like Vivi. But I do think, yeah, Lucho wants to find a win here. At least one to be able to compete and try to stay in gold. I don't really think he has great chances of being promoted.
Exactly, and I don't think he should put those high aspirations. You know, this is your first season that you're participating. You had a great run in Silver League. You were promoted to Gold, and might as well stay there for the season. You know.
Yeah.
Of course, if possible, let's fight for Platinum. But if that's not an option, I don't think he's going to be very upset with staying in Gold League.
Yeah, and Lucho starts looking really good, getting up to Feudal Age first. Probably going to win the scout fight. He's paying a lot of attention to it. But does he see the dock here from... He does see the dock from Vivi, but I guess he's just short on wood for the moment, so he hasn't queued up a fire. And it looks like Vivi might be the first one out with a fire. I really like this approach here of docking just to at least contest for fish. Though it is kind of weird that Vivi didn't make fish of his own.
True, well, with a dock that late, his plan is probably to just kill the fish, add land military, and then afterwards, if he wins the water contest,
I think just contest, yeah.
yeah. Then he probably can add a fish of his own.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like Lucho getting away with one deep fish, it's already good altogether.
Right. Yeah, and I'm wondering if Vivi didn't go for fish of his own because he didn't feel like he'd be able to contest the same uptime as the Mongol player. Mongols getting up faster with all that hunt.
Yeah, for sure. Where's Vivi's dog bill?
I think it's right underneath the fire, and maybe just didn't have a hotkey to repair because it didn't look like that bill was repairing. And okay, he does pull it away in time.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just doesn't have a hotkey to repair, and he was having trouble clicking.
Sorry, did the Lucho lost the bill to Gaia? Seems like it, but where? To the boar?
It must have been the boar earlier. I missed it as well.
Damn. Okay, well, there goes that fast uptime.
Yeah.
Vivi's behind 2 eco, but that's purely the fish. Vivi's not patrolling his fire ship either.
But Vivi pulled his spear way out of position, and Lucho got some spicy hits against the villagers. None actually went down, but Vivi clearly trying to focus on a lot of things at once, and it's very difficult with this quick start, trying to drop farms at the same time.
Oh, and there it goes. But will that drop off? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think both players are pretty much giving up on fish at the moment, or on the Navy fight. Trying to focus more on the scouts and their ecos at home.
Scouts and spears, and there's a lot of spears from both of them on the field. Rather than staying on spears for both of these two civs and eventually upgrading to pikemen, which are very slow, I do think that we will see some archer range. Huns always want to be on an archer range anyway, just for a transition to cavalry archers, and Mongols could go into cavalry archers as well. They attack faster.
Yeah, that's what I expect the matchup to be, and it looks like Lucho is on gold already with, what is that, 5 villagers? 6 villagers, and adding the archer range now.
Yep.
But it looks like everything else is going to be pretty passive. Lucho really looping around with these scouts, trying to find maybe an opportunity on the berries in the back of Vivi's base.
There's still 100.
Oh, it's open! I did not realize that.
Me neither. Oh my god.
There might be some good hill advantage here too. Deletes the mill.
Oh my god.
The pathing is really rough. I think that's 3 dead vills. Yeah, Lucho's gonna go for it. Nice surrounds.
Yeah, at least he got horse collar in time. Yeah.
Oh, the silver linings. It's funny, but yeah, great start here by Lucho. He's probably really smiling at himself right now. Enjoying that opportunity.
Looking at the vill count is 29 to 30. Vivi is behind now after Lucho's shaky start with deleting the vill, and still a lot of scouts on the field.
And Lucho almost has 1,000 res additional because he had those 3 fishing ships working in Dark Age. And
exactly.
He's going to have the archers as well, so we'll have the military advantage.
Damn, that's really nice. You know what? I would really like another lumber camp eventually on that wood line. Feels like that's a lot of vills on it, and another vill going down on the gold, by the way, in Vivi's base.
Vivi just has his scouts sitting in the middle of the map doing nothing, and it feels like he's very unsure what he wants to do with them. And wow, Lucho's on top of it, trying to get the damage done. Another Vil going down on the farms. Doesn't really have any upgrades on these scouts. They're just vanilla scouts, but he's finding the damage. Scouts in now on Lucho's base's zone. Okay. Returns the favor on the Vil kill.
Yeah, okay. Bloodlines coming in now as well, fletching, forging. Oh, Lucho's going for the kill in Feudal Age here.
Yeah, I mean, he realizes that there's no archers for Vivi in defense, so he feels like he has such a military advantage.
I love how he's hoovering around that wood line waiting for an overchop, but I think Vivi's reading into it and he's putting down a tower at the wood line.
Yeah, I think Vivi absolutely needs that tower. Scouts probably just going to go try to match up with the archers, but Vivi's scouts are there in position. I think Lucho might be out of position for a moment.
There's still a lot of spears and not really any upgrades on those scouts. I don't see Vivi confident into engaging. Now with bloodlines in the queue, maybe eventually. But I think that would be just enough for Lucho to join his military.
I'm guessing Lucho's going to notice the... Did he see the tower? He did. So I think he's just going to loop around and just go to Vivi's base and just idle all of the gold miners, all of the farmers with the archers. And as long as Lucho has enough spears at home, he should be safe from this.
Yeah, nice quick walls on the berries from Lucho. He now has the spears, but Vivi won't be able to find too much damage other than the dead spears. Maybe a Vil here? No?
He's trying. Archers are there in the front of Vivi's farmland. And really all that Vivi has at home to defend is... What,
the
3
TC?
spears? Yeah, the TC. He's going to stone, hoping he can get another tower down on that gold. But he's still a ways away from that.
Oh, that mining camp.
That mining camp's rough. The scout's going to notice that in no time. And Vivi pulling his scouts back home as well to defend.
Yeah, that should be at least one Vil kill here.
Vivi needs those quick walls. He didn't even quick wall whatsoever. I guess he's just thinking, oh, the spears will be there in time.
It's hard with Hans, though, without the house to place down for those 2 tiles.
Yeah, absolutely. And there goes the tower on the gold to protect that. I think he's just going to try to take the fight against the archers. What was that? 5 spears were in there, though. And the scouts are going to have the hill advantage for Lucho.
Vivi's bringing everything. The Vils, the spears.
If Vivi takes out the archers, he can at least continue playing.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a complete GG with 9 military left for... Oh, what 9? He's at 16 military. 9 is for Vivi.
Yeah, it's 5 archers that are still back at Lucho's base, coming off the wood line right now, plus the scouts. They're fairly even in scout numbers, and he really feels like he needs a bit more of an archer mass to do. I don't know why Lucho's taking that fight when he has all the extra numbers.
Yeah, but because his reinforcements were on the field, I was thinking that with armor and on those scouts, he would be able to dive that tower and get a lot of kills. But I don't think he's going to go for armor. I think he's going to wait for Castle Age.
That's what I think as well. And Vivi has done a good job of adding extra fish behind this. Though I don't quite understand why he's getting armor for his spearmen. It definitely doesn't feel like the spearmen are contributing much to this fight. Maybe he's hoping that they'll do a bit more if he can pick off the archers from Lucho. But it does feel like the armor just pushes them further back from getting up to Castle Age. Whereas Lucho seems very close to clicking already.
This is gonna be rough for Vivi once Lucho hits Castle Age, which is in the queue, by the way. Vivi with only 300 food in the bank. And, well, he's still going to have to wait for a bit. He doesn't have the wood for a market either to just place it down and... Well, I don't know what would happen after the market is placed down, because there's not too many resources to sell or to buy.
Yeah.
And those are going to be some long couple of minutes for Vivi until he gets to Castle Age.
Yeah, he's going out to the second gold, I'm guessing, just so he can use that the fastest collecting resource in the market to get up a little bit faster to Castle Age. And Lucho will see that there's a tower there, so I don't know what Lucho's thinking in terms of maybe just make the most out of these scouts, get a few more Vil picks, force Vivi to be a bit more idle.
Oh, I like what Vivi's doing at the wood line.
Yeah, that tower. As long as there's no hole, I think Lucho's okay, but it does take Lucho's attention away while he's, you know, trying to make that transition to Castle Age.
Yeah, so you see, as a 1600 pleb, the first thing that I'm thinking, you want to use your fast kill, your power unit, step lancers. For sure that's going to be, but Lucho doesn't want to be too rushed. Lucho is playing calmly. He put down a third archer range and is going to be cavalry archers.
The only issue right now is he has no wood to make those cavalry archers because he's been pushed off his one lumber camp.
That's true. That's true. He needs to move a couple of vills. Probably too many farms for 3 archer range CA production as well.
Right, right. He's also taking the fight before he has light cap come in. Maybe he's thinking that Vivi's really close, but yeah, it's true. He does have the numbers.
Yeah, true. You have no idea what's the opponent up to.
Lucho sent the villagers back to the lumber camp, and he's losing them. I guess he was hoping the tower would be down in time, but lost 1 vill. And the Eco KD is now even, more or less.
Okay, we're fine now. We're fine. I saw a couple of vills in the middle of nowhere that Lucho is going to not scout. Wow, okay.
Timo.
What is Vivi thinking? This is the classic Vivi that makes games really excited.
Oh, a demo got a light caval. Let's go.
This is what I was saying about trying to take out the fish with land units, that it's just so hard. The cav archers feel like they do like next to no damage against the fishing ships.
This is a very interesting game. It's going to be knights from Lucho. Again, a classic. Just Hans on knights game. Vivi was stuck to play this versus Chinese on Kilimanjaro a couple of days ago. He played Hans. And he was just playing knights, and no one was making any camels.
It just feels like Lucho has units everywhere, and Lucho has noticed these forward villagers that who knows what they were doing. They collected all the wood that they could carry, and then they started moving back to the TC, so the cav archers ran into them.
Yeah, so they were the vills that put down the tower.
Oh, okay, and then he didn't know where to put them, so he sent them forward.
Yeah, I think they were taking some shortfish or some deer from next to the pond, but then he moved them to try to hide them from Lucho, but I guess that didn't work very well.
Yeah, that's a great find for Lucho. Double the Eco KD now. And he still can't take any more stone, so a Vivi castle job to get back into this game probably isn't too likely. And he's just building up cav archers and the numbers in the back.
I would like a monk to heal up that dossier. But the knights are in the wood line.
There's a few cav archers there.
Oh, there's +2 armor in, so they won't go down to tower too fast. Oh boy. Well, I think no matter how many vills Lucho loses here, I think it's still in a better spot.
Yeah, I mean, unless Vivi has something to counter the cav archers, or he drops enough town centers that the cav archers can't find damage, I think. I mean, Vivi needed those kills to stay alive, but I still don't think he's in a great position. But unless he just sends more knights into that same position, and Vivi deletes his fishing ships because he doesn't want to have to deal with fish traps. He wants the pop space.
Probably that idle military. No, Vill. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm distracted about all of those vills about to move to put down another TC at the woodline, exactly where Vivi's knights are hoovering.
Yeah, they're hoovering around, but it looks like they're just going to come up to the plateau, and the CA are going forward. So there won't be anything in defense, but there should be enough space here in the town centers. And knights are just passing. Looks like Scorpions was the plan for Vivi to defend, but he doesn't have the resources for his Scorpions at all. Yep. He would have to unqueue Bowsaw and then find some gold somewhere.
Yeah, but I don't feel like you want to unqueue Bowsaw at this point.
No, I think
Lucho only has 2 on gold, though. All those vills that made a new TC went to wood instead.
Yeah, he's definitely focusing more on micro than his military balance. Lucho's just sitting under that tower. That Scorpion could get a nice shot, but he pulls away in time.
Well, he's sitting under the tower at the woodline as well, and all of his light cav are going down. They were on no attack stance. Oh no!
How did you put him? It must be on, stand ground. It's just weird positioning there.
But then they're not attacking either. They're not attacking back, even though they were on stand ground.
It felt like they were getting one shot in, but I think it's just classic DE things where they just take forever to attack on stand ground.
Maybe.
It feels like Lucho just needs a moment to breathe so he can drop a ton of farms here.
Yeah, and to move back those vills on gold.
Right, yeah. Because he has 0 on gold now? He does. I guess he's happy with the CA mass and he's just a boomer boy now.
Does he have a market? No, he won't need one though. Oh, never mind. Vivi calls it before that. There's just too much military for Vivi to deal with.
Yeah, and Lucho gets the win that I think he definitely wants if he wants to stay in this group. I mean, it started great with the Civ draft, with Lucho getting Mongols so that he could get those fishing ships out and still have a great uptime with all the fast collecting hunt. And then after that, Vivi seemed a little bit uncertain. Maybe like first game of the day vibes? Do you think they're going to go for galley openings from both of them?
I'm afraid they might go for galley openings, and I think my chat knows how strong I feel about galley opening. I really don't like it at all.
I mean, unless you're Siscon and you're willing to micro from underneath the tower, yeah, it doesn't feel that good for most players.
Yeah. That being said, we have Lucho in the south playing as Dravidians, Vivi up north playing as the Malay. And I was quite curious about resources generations. Look at that stone in the back for Vivi. He's probably happy about it. Yeah, you see gold positioning is a bit...
Yeah, you were completely on point there with the gold positions for Vivi. Those are rough.
Yeah,
behind woodlines from his town center to both of them.
Way better for Lucho.
Yeah. Very accessible, nicely in the back, nicely protected. I mean, I don't expect too much aggression. I don't think either of these civs have one of those strategies like Mongols have where you go fast castle into Steppe Lancers and Siege or something like that. I guess we could see a sneak into Malay Battle Elephants or something like that, but that doesn't really seem like Lucho's style. I mean, like Vivi's style.
Okay, another thing that I'm curious about usually on this map is the deep fish distribution under the sea tower, because for a fast castle approach you want to have a lot of deep fish around that sea tower, and I see Lucho with one pretty close by, and even a second one, you know, not too far away from his tower. So all in all, quite good. Vivi's is better, I would say.
Yeah, agreed. I would say Vivi's is very nice, and the random woodline there between the sea tower and one of those deep fish for Lucho isn't ideal. I mean, he has a couple of those trees, mangrove trees, that might be blocking some villager pathing. I guess the same case for Vivi, since he built his dock in between the sea tower and the tree. Should be okay, though.
Yeah, true. True.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Lucho just continue to push deer from like the gold piles on the side as well. We saw him last game trying to push the deer from the middle of the map, so he seems like he's very happy just pushing deer as long as he can get away with it.
Yeah. But you know what's good for Vivi? I was about to say that, okay, gold positioning is really bad. But look at those huge wood lines. He's basically walled. Just a couple of buildings, maybe, a couple of palisades, houses here and there, and yeah, I mean, easy walls.
Has he scouted both of his golds? He has, okay. I'm guessing he's going to go to the gold that's behind his current wood line, or his current lumber camp. But yeah, it's not too difficult to wall. It's definitely easier than it is for Lucho, that's for sure. It does feel like this map does have... oftentimes there's one player that has a much easier time to wall than the other. Woodline generation isn't quite equal for both players.
Yeah. Okay, 20 pop, and I see 7 people on wood, 5 for Lucho. Lucho might not keep too many vills on wood since he's Dravidias, and he's going to secure 200 wood income when he's advancing to the next stage. So far, it doesn't seem like a fast feudal approach. But as I'm saying that, Lucho is getting loom and he's gonna click up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Vivi having 7 on wood almost looks like this is a 2-dock approach and fish boom in Feudal Age, almost like what you do on a migration. I can't really understand why else you would have that many on wood so early. And he has, I guess, did he pull one off? Okay, he did pull one off, I guess, to continue the house walls. But he has even more on wood under the TC.
Yep. Yep. Vivi can afford to go 2-pop later, even if he wants to go for a fast feudal. Oh, is he gonna lose a Vil to the tiger? Uh-oh.
It's your quick walls, Vivi. Does not look like a Rage Forest player. What is Vivi doing?
Oh my god, it's like I'm trying to quick wall from a tiger. Like I'm struggling so bad. Oh, the tiger is out for the kill.
Yeah, he's running around. He's hungry. Second dock for Lucho, so it looks like it's going to be fast feudal galleys to try to snipe some of these fish. Currently, Vivi's happily collecting that tuna that's very close to his dock and in the shelter of the sea tower.
Nice.
Looks like Vivi's going to send a scout over there to take care of the tiger. Not confident with the quick walling whatsoever.
Well, he only needs a house here and he's fine, but that tiger really messed up his plans.
Yeah.
No, galleys! Oh my god, I can't watch this.
And Vivi went loom into feudal age into loom into 1-dock galley. Is gonna finish that wall off on the side of his map though, and the other side, yeah, like you said, very easy wall off.
I hate that he's walling with the gold and not in between the wood lines forward.
Yeah, it does feel like that could be an issue later.
Yeah, but I mean, let's see. Blacksmith going up, fletching probably following, and we're committing. You know what? Maybe he's going to micro just like Siskan under that tower.
And scout fight slightly in Lucho's favor because he didn't have to fight a tiger. Oh, okay. Vivi might have gotten one more extra fight or one extra hit, and he did indeed. And Lucho getting the first kill on the fishing ship.
He is microing those. Oh my god. Yeah, Vivi definitely went way too late on golden, especially with Malay. I feel like you can't afford to go at that stage of the game, or.
Yeah, he gets up so quickly. Just
yeah, exactly.
Figured out super well. I mean, if he's only doing 1 dock, it kind of works, but it's still a little rough. It's going to take him a long time to get up to the next stage. But both players seemed a bit committed to stay in Feudal Age, getting double bid at least. Maybe not horse collar yet with all the fishing ships collecting the food.
Oh, I'm suffering. Oh, wait a second. There's a barracks from Vivi. I wonder if that's just part of his, build to get up with the stable and the market, or will he actually plan on doing Feudal Age military?
Yeah, it kind of just feels like the build order for the next stage, and Vivi's actually taking a better fight on water. Well, I guess he's not really microing his galleys all that much, but it might just be that Lucho hadn't really timed out the damage from that sea tower, tried to really get in there and force the damage.
Yep, and in the meantime, Vivi feels like he's a bit, just like you said, committed to Feudal Age. Look at that archer range going forward, and he actually made horse collar and he seeded a bunch of farms down.
I don't like that archery range whatsoever. I think it needs to be way further forward. Vivi does have his scout in the back of Lucho's base, so he sees that it's open, and he should be able to get some sort of damage, but the archer range should be
yeah, I like the way you're thinking.
Like, at least on the other side of the gold.
Not to mention that it was so close to the shore that Lucho almost carried it with the galleys.
Yeah. And it does feel like Lucho's taking a very nice fight, and I think the good thing for Lucho here is that Vivi's deciding to fight on water and doing a very bad job of it, so he knows that Vivi will be in Feudal Age a little bit longer.
Yeah, and you see, just like you said, because of that positioning of the range, the archers are going to take forever to get to Lucho's base. Lucho will most likely be walled by that time, and on the way to Castle Age, and on the in the Castle Age, what does he have? A cheap siege.
Right, yeah, he has so many options to deal with archers.
Exactly.
Lucho clicks up. I mean, the villager's still coming forward for Vivi's. Oh, he's going to add a stable as well. Okay. I really think he should add the stable back there and archer forward. But we'll see.
Makes a bit more sense. But you know what you said when the set started? Imagine if we're going to see sneaky stable with elephants from Malay.
That would be wild. And yeah, because Lucho lost his scout earlier, he sees none of this pressure. His galleys are just kind of making sure his fish stay alive. And that's really his only military out on the field. Wow. I think we're going to see elephants. I wouldn't be surprised if Vivi's second building is the market. No, he's going blacksmith. Don't see a market out. And he
needs to get that piece of armor. Yeah, because with the blacksmith, then with the forward ville, he can make a siege workshop.
Oh, that's true. Very true. And it looks like... Is Lucho going to build a town center here with these vills? Or is this a wall off?
Oh boy! This is gonna be hilarious.
I think it's to go forward to build a town center on that side gold. And he sees the stable. That's so lucky.
Oh, hello.
But I don't know if those villagers are coming out of there alive. Scout's kind of blocking. Archers are being microed. I mean, I think the best thing about this is he at least knows that elephants might be on the table as our Malay player clicks up.
Yeah, no fletching on those archers or...
And he let the archers in.
Oh no. Oh, this is really bad.
Lucho's up.
Yeah.
And he's going for an elephant of his own. Okay. And a panic TC that immediately is spotted. He does get the gate up, so the archers are kind of taken out for the moment.
Oh, no, gonna lose another build? No, nice micro from Lucho. Oh my god. Beast!
Where's the elephant? Elephant's just sitting by the stable, doesn't recognize that there's anything going on for the moment. But yeah,
he's clueless.
Very good job of keeping these alive for a moment. And yeah, Lucho...
No, he's coming.
I don't know. Vivi's still up as well. He's not that far behind. Might not have the fish working for the moment, but I think there's real opportunities here for Vivi getting that damage in.
Yeah, but that's the thing with Malay. He went up what he can afford, 1 elephant and 2 vills.
Yeah. And Lucho looks like he's kind of spreading himself out a little bit with these town centers. We'll see if he has the APM to focus on all the pressure that I'm sure Vivi wants to put the pressure on.
I mean, Vivi is getting that monastery down. Probably a siege workshop will follow. Oh, I lost my voice.
And Vivi's getting war galley, so he's thinking about getting back on water. Has 1 fire already created. Also killing some deer on the left side to make sure that Lucho didn't have any extra food, but I don't think Lucho's gonna be... Oh, he's making farms. Never mind, I was wrong. I was gonna say, I think Lucho's probably pretty happy with the food he's bringing in from the galleys, but they're just on shorefish at the moment, so not the most efficient.
Yeah, nice job from Lucho getting the monastery down. He's trying to go for the elephant. There's the siege workshop that I was talking about, but now I have a question. I feel like... Isn't Vivi trying to go for too many things at once?
It does feel like it. I mean, I think he has just enough. I mean, he's going for that town center as well. How does he have 17 on food? Wow, he dropped a lot of farms. I think he might actually have just enough res.
Yeah, like, I mean... Elephants, siege, monks, 2 TCs, war galley trying to get back on water, crossbow upgrade. I mean,
Vivi's investing a lot of resources, but I think what's really going to determine these fights is whether Lucho has the APM. He's losing his fish now because he can't micro the galleys and protect himself on land at the same time. I mean, albeit the fish weren't being the most effective right now, but losing fish and galleys after investing so much into them, Lucho recognizes now. I think he just has to give it up and focus on the boom at home.
Damn. Monks, mangonels, and elephants for both Lucho and Vivi. Vivi has those couple crossbows that can be so annoying against the monks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Lucho defends this with just siege and monks. But I'm not sure. Those crossbows can do a very good job of sniping the monks, like you said. And they can do a good job of sniping those mangonels if, you know, like they had a glancing blow. And they just need a little bit more damage to fully take it out.
Nice snipe here. Needs to repair the mango though.
Lucho just sitting the mango under the town center. As if that heals
Yeah.
it. And there it goes down. He didn't get the
loses
repairs in. He's focused, I guess, on galley micro at the same time. I'm not sure, actually. And he's...
It's a lot of things to focus on. He was
Yeah.
floating so much wood as well, but he did sold some.
He dropped so many farms on the left side. He's like, that's my only safe area.
Good. He needed to. He had like a 600 wood gold.
Yeah. Losing villagers on the bottom side there. 2 mangonels on that TC. Crossbows are just deciding to go right through the middle. Losing that mangonel really hurt him.
Oh, they're gone.
What a shot.
They're gone.
It looked like Vivi was microing that too, and it was
Just
a
before
headshot.
bot came in as
Oh,
well,
no.
and he didn't cancel it. Oh man, this is an interesting game. I didn't expect this set to be this close, honestly.
Yeah,
I
I
was
think...
hoping to be a 3-0, yeah, so we can move on to the next one quickly, but I'm enjoying this a lot.
I think Lucho's still in a good position, but it's hard to tell. It's just so close. I think Lucho loses this bottom TC. Obviously, it's not the most useful TC. It's just on wood. There's a panic TC more than anything. What a shot there with the mangonel as it runs away. Get some repairs. Elephant goes down. Good defense.
Is he buying wood or did he got it? I think he just got enough in time. Oh my god, he needs to take down that spears and maybe try to take another mangonel down. Almost. This is
The spears
super
just
stressful.
go in, I think. And then mangonel tries to go. Oh, mangonel doesn't survive.
Oh no,
And there
then
should be
there's
enough
still the
repairs
one at
there.
the bottom.
Just that one villager, I think, out-repairs the 4 monks.
Oh,
man.
What
It's so stressful to watch, I swear.
The great thing for Lucho, yeah, I think he can just give up that TC because he built another one up there on the gold. That's a much nicer area. He did send an elephant forward as well, and Vivi has no protection at home, building a panic monastery to deal with a 1 elephant.
21-5 equal KD though.
Yeah. I mean, Vivi on 2 TCs, or I guess 3 now, has been neck and neck. Both of them
Yeah.
have decent idle TC counts.
Oh man, what an amazing game.
The one thing for Lucho is he doesn't seem like he's been able to keep up the mangonel production, which has been his main military unit that he's been doing a lot of damage with. I don't know if it's just been a lack of gold, maybe, only having 4 or 5 villagers on gold. And 4
And
mangonels
with cheaper
rolling forward
siege
now.
from Dravidians as well, right?
Yeah, is that just cheaper in wood or cheaper wood gold? I can't remember.
I don't remember. Let me open the tech tree.
They'd be doing a very good job of getting away from these mangonel hits.
Wood. Sorry.
It's just wood? Okay.
Yeah. What a good micro here from both of them, but again, it's 4 mangonels to 1, and Vivi almost got a... Oh my god, he got a conversion, but he loses the...
Vivi's mangonel
Loses the
micro
mangonel.
doesn't look like it's super good, but he's been able to keep
Yeah.
them alive recently. At least the mangonels keep rolling out for Lucho. As he loses one, he has another one in defense.
Yeah, the trade felt like they were better.
Wait, Lucho didn't
Oh, no.
fire! What happened? The mangonel didn't
I don't know.
fire. It just sat
Maybe
there
he tried
staring.
to move it. Maybe he tried to move it. Sometimes they do that, first of all, but I always think that it's because of something that I do.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like Vivi's not seeing these mangonels come forward because he doesn't have an outpost here.
Oh, maybe another one. Deleted the farm so he can avoid the crop shots. I like that. Nice
Just got
job.
some good
Yeah.
micro. The issue here with
Lucho's
Lucho,
micro
the
is
longer this goes on, the longer he can't produce any more villagers because this is where a lot of his farms are. And he has a lot of farms idle behind the TC when they were repairing.
Ready to work from run. Look at Vivi's resources though. Gonna be able to go up soon.
Yeah.
That would be an issue.
Vivi's, I mean, look at the score too. Part of that is water,
Yeah.
sure, but Vivi is taking this one, it looks like. He was able to make use of all those farms he made in late feudal age.
Yeah, I mean, that resources collected, everything.
And now Vivi can just look at the micro now because his macro has been so good. Can split around the mangonel shots. And he's, I don't know if he's going to win these mangonel fights. Getting a little bit too close to the TC there.
I think Lucho's gonna go for a forward castle.
That's
Feels
what it
like
looks
he needs a desperate move here.
Do you think Vivi saw that? Because he has that one fire sitting there, almost like he was just trying to scout with it.
No, I don't think so. I think there's way too much focus on the
Yeah, on the fight in the middle.
Here, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's one hell of an aggressive castle.
I mean, he did
That's
scout
a
with the
good
elephant
one.
earlier.
Yeah, true. But wait, Vivi... Where's Vivi going? Uh-oh.
Vivi's collected quite a bit of stone himself. He could try to counter castle. Oh my goodness. Look at the castle positions. They're just going to trade bases, kind of. I think it's a lot worse, though, for Lucho if that castle goes up. Are they just going to pass? Vivi hasn't spotted yet that this castle's going up. He's just going to Vil fight it.
Oh boy. He has so many vills, though. A 16
Yeah.
just to 13 only from Lucho.
The only issue is that crossbow's in the way for the counter castle there. The monk's in the way as well. Lucho's has the advantage here going up, but how many villagers are actually working on this castle? Monk's joining the fight as well to get some conversions on the villagers, stop them from working. I think we might see the GG right after this.
I think both of the castles might go up. I don't know. I mean, Vivi hasn't been focusing vills too much. 90%? 92? No, never mind. Oh my god. 6?
Oh, Doughty.
No.
96.79%.
And
he's probably going to lose his town center, his starting TC as well. Yeah. There's the GG.
Vivi was doing a one vill forward. One vill castle forward, by the way.
No way. I thought he would have deleted that and built a new one, but no, he just bought to build a new one. That's so funny.
No, god.
Yeah, that pressure did so much. I think also just not getting the house down and letting the archers in for Lucho really cost him a lot of momentum. And forcing down some panic TCs as well. He just didn't have a great reaction.
Didn't know he was doing one vill castle either. Yeah, he was probably just one vill escaping. You know, when you put down the castle forward and then you pull the rest of the vills, he probably didn't select that one, and that one was still targeted to go build the castle. Oh, that's really funny.
I felt like he had a good start to last game.
Oh no, not a good start on this one. This is one of those generations where one of the players is more unfortunate with the starting TC, and it's exactly in the middle between two pawns, while Vivi just has that pawn safe in the back.
Yeah, and look at Vivi's woodlines too. It feels like he's going to be able to wall off his pawn, at least, you know, the direction that Lucho would come to try to counter dock it. Vivi's map looks really, really nice. And Lucho's, I mean, he does have that forward wood line in front of his base that kind of blocks off some aggression. But that gold, his secondary gold as well, very, very exposed.
Oh, wow.
Only
Unfortunate.
Only 4 on food here for Lucho, instead of the typical at least 5 on the hunt. But I guess because Hindustanis have those cheaper villagers, and because we have the drop-off hotkey, he feels like he can get away with it.
Yeah, and he might as well. There is a bit far away, but yeah, he's going to be fine with it. Main gold. I don't know. I'm really looking at this map, and the more I look at it, the more I hate it, because it's just like you said, the wood lines are really not in Lucho's favor either. I mean, okay, he has 2-3 wood lines in the back of his TC, which is great and everything, but there's nothing in front of that goal that he can wall with. And I feel like this type of generation forces Lucho to wall with the pond, which I absolutely despise more than Galleys on Shoals.
Yeah, unless you're doing that strategy where you build a few, a few palisades just to prevent your opponent from docking along your pond. Like, it almost feels like you do want to wall that off or go for the other pawn that he hasn't scouted in the other corner. Obviously, he doesn't know where Vivi is, so he doesn't know that this pawn is actually almost equally as close to Vivi's base as his own base.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like, I feel like if I'm Lucho right now, I would definitely ask for an admin re, but Lucho has no idea how Vivi's map is looking like.
Yeah, and
Vivi
I
is thinking
don't know if there's
that-
like any clear way to say this is an admin re type of map versus...
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Vivi's gonna get his dock up a little bit faster, it looks like. And did wall off that villager. We did see some games where those villagers have been very, very exposed.
Yeah. Little does he know that Lucho doesn't expect Vivi to be there.
Yeah. And Vivi will see all of his sheep and be able to bring those in as well. Lucho has pretty much all the res he would want as well. I guess he didn't even take his last boar. He probably doesn't actually need it. I'm not sure, actually.
It's just
I guess he
rough
still
to
has
see
time.
because you see the lumber camp Vivi made. He can just wall to the bottom one, then with the edge of the map with just a house and a palisade, and then the buildings, barracks, and archer range will probably go in towards the wood line in the north of his TC, and then he can just close between the rest of the wood lines and with the edge of the map, and he has a safe base, 3 possibly piles of gold, 1 main stone, and all that pawn for the Japanese fish boom secured.
Yeah, it almost feels like he has Viper level map hacks. Like,
Yeah.
it just looks so good. Even his secondary golds being protected like that. It's just so nice. We'll just have to wait and see uptimes and see what the strategy is for these players. If they're going to go for try to dock the other person's pawns, or if they're going to go for mostly land military. Lucho's scouting the back of Vivi's base now and seeing how good his map is.
Yeah. I assume Japanese are gonna go for minute arms here, but again, 6 on wood. Lucho will be up soon. Has a feudal age queued up. He's only getting loom now. Maybe not. Vivi also got super greedy with all the deer pushing as well, and he doesn't even know where Lucho is, so I don't know about the man-at-arms.
Yeah, man-at-arms might be a little bit too risky, and I think because Vivi feels pretty comfortable, I would imagine, against a lot of the players in Gold League, he's going to go for... I think that's why he's been going for more meta strategies. But his Seville might get caught out here, trying to go for the wall to his dock.
Good. I hope he's caught up, and I hope he pays for that ugly wall.
Yeah, I was going to say,
How
why are you walling that first?
My god. Okay. Well, now I'm very much rooting for Lucho here.
I mean, Vivi might not wall off and assume that woodline goes all the way to the edge of the map. Oh no, he scouted that. Okay. He sees... I mean, I almost want to leave that open so my opponent tries to wall around there and then they get just trapped behind that woodline. That woodline's asking for a trap.
Yeah, for sure.
Do have a barracks for Lucho. And he has a fishing ship taking the shore fish just so he can see if there's a dock coming forward. I mean, the fishing ship's going back to the dock right now, but looks like he's aware of what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's really smart, I feel like. He's making a galley as well. I love that. I love that.
And it looks like another villager going out to the safe pond on his other pond in the back there, the top side. And Vivi kind of hiding his barracks at the back of his TC. So Lucho might not know what's coming his way.
I feel like a pro player would tell you, like, oh, you shouldn't make a galley because it's too big of an investment. And, the pro players care about literally any 2 resources invested.
Right.
But in the same time, we've seen situations where players had to pay a big price for not making that little investment, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Vivi's taking a scout forward. I guess he still hasn't found Lucho's base. I thought he was going up to the north to see if that dock was being, or that pond was being docked, but no.
True.
He's still looking for villagers of any kind. He sees the berries now.
Oh, yeah. There's scouts coming forward. Well, what scout? There's a lot of spears, actually. Wow, opening 3 spears against Japanese. Okay.
And Vivi's sending vills forward, it looks like, as well. And he tried to wall for a second there with an archer range, hoping that Lucho's scout wouldn't spot the villagers coming forward. Lucho knows what something's up. He's following. He sees the vills. He just needs to position his galley in the right spot, and I think he's okay. But you never know. Sometimes these docks go up, regardless of how many defenses you have.
Nah, he's on point there. He's on point there with the galley.
And Vivi looks like he's going to get a vill kill at the north end as that scout comes in on that villager who was not walled in on that shorefish. A little bit of an unforced error there for Lucho. Slip up.
Lot of spears and no range yet. Vivi has 5 scouts, even though... Oh, he deleted that range altogether?
Yeah, it was just
Okay.
a quick wall range.
Okay.
It was a little silly, but sure.
Okay.
And Vivi now just going to gold, but yeah, forcing him to walk all the way back home with those villagers.
Down,
Range-
okay.
range
No
for
one
Lucho.
taking the pound in the east. Well,
Yeah.
no one, I mean, Vivi's not taking it,
Yeah.
because
Yeah, he's
if
just...
Lucho would, that would be a bit,
Yeah,
a bit
it'd be
of
a bit
stretch.
crazy. But yeah, Vivi's setting the vill now.
There's the archer range, finally. After he has a couple of fills on gold as well, so maybe archers.
Yeah,
Oh,
he'll
archers
actually be
already
able-
in productions, yeah.
Yeah, he'll actually be able to afford in this game. Unlike last game where he only had a few vills on gold.
There's a blacksmith as well. Weird walls, but I mean, they gotta work with what they have. I feel like Vivi had a perfect base, but going for the walls that I was explaining earlier might be too big of a stretch because he might not be able to protect them or to keep them safe. So he's going for the egg walls, for the more compact walls.
Yeah, and Vivi shift-clicked his vill off the dock of the bottom corner and didn't realize he hadn't finished the dock yet, and one of Lucho's vills is coming over there to dock as well at the same time.
He just noticed now.
Scouts also in on Lucho's base on the gold there. Got 1 kill already, looking for a second. But I think the vill gets away because Vivi's micro hasn't been super great. Unless he just goes for it. He tried to bait the TC fire, but didn't quite get it right.
Yeah, and he was blocking Vivi's scout with his own scout. That was very good execution there. Is Vivi gonna go for the north here? To put another dock down? Wouldn't that be too much? Well, he has 600 wood, I just noticed. Don't think it would, but hey. Resources stacking quite a lot. Those
What's up,
Japanese
Shiva?
fishing ships are absolutely crazy.
I will be casting Louis Ganji next, indeed. Yeah, I think you can just barely afford it. I mean, we haven't really seen the archers come into play yet, and Vivi now sending all of those villagers to gold for a second mining camp. Clearly, I guess maybe he's thinking it's just going to be a gold-heavy economy as he's ready to click up very, very quickly here.
Oh, damn true. And Lucho is committed for feudal age military. He's getting forging on his scouts. Has 7 of them on the field, and he canceled it. He needs armor because he saw probably Vivi's archers.
But at this, yeah, I mean, you look at Vivi's base and you're like, where am I going to do damage? What's the point in investing more? And he might have also seen the score.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
I think he noticed that Vivi's building a dock up in the north side because he had his fishing ships on that shorefish there. And so he's queuing up a fire there. So he's going to have a lot to focus in on. Scouts in his base, Vivi getting up to Castle Age first, and a pond fight.
They don't know about each other in the pond, and they...
No, they're being very friendly.
That's crazy. Yeah. A skirm! 2, 3 skirms queued up from Lucho. Let's go. This is already turning into your classic cross game with Vivi getting bloodlines on his way up and probably fletching to follow to prepare for the CA.
Yeah, only 1 range for the moment, but I could definitely see CA
There's
in the
the-
future.
There's the second one. I would also like a new lumber camp here, just because you're Japanese. It's only 50 wood,
Yeah, I mean,
and those spills are
his base
walking
looks
quite
so
a lot.
ugly.
There it is. Oh my god, true. Look at this. And if he could just pull the walls a tiny bit more in the front from those houses, you know, in the front of the wood lines.
Yeah. Like, the
that would
market
be
and
kind
blacksmith
of
feel
better.
like they take up so much space, and you could fit 3 lumber camps on that wood line alone.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy. Well,
Vivi's up.
Lucho's making bloodlines as well.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
fletching.
Lucho's taking a great fight as Vivi's archers are ready to go out. I guess he wasn't expecting all the military here from Lucho. And I was expecting to see a click for War Galley. There it is for Vivi, having to sell some resources to get the gold for that. Even with his 2 mining camps and his 8 on gold, didn't quite have enough for all of the aggression he wants to put out now that he's up to Castle Age. Quick wall on the scouts in the back of Lucho's base, and get some nice pokes there with the spears.
Yeah, there's a lit skirms. There's Botkin arrow. Oh damn, that's nice. I wonder. They still don't know about each other in that pond.
I think whoever realizes first is a great advantage, but the fact that Lucho doesn't have the resources to click War Galley might put him at a big disadvantage.
Second gold mining upgrade instead.
Curious. Maybe just doesn't feel like he can go out to those other golds and, you know, saturate that gold anymore. At least
Yep.
he has decent options here with his trash army. Skirm, I imagine Light Cav will, yeah. Or no, he's getting husbandry for the moment and armor. I think
Well,
Light Cav
if
need
he
to be here
feels-
for the fight.
If he feels he can go out to more gold, isn't that worse? Like, wouldn't this gold finish faster?
Yeah, I guess true. But at least I guess he's only thinking about the current
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
He just needs it as soon as possible.
He needs it now. That's the thing.
Is taking some of Vivi's fishing ships on the right side. It's an interesting game state because both of them have had a lot of fishing ships in the early game. So their eco is just going to be coming in very, very quickly. It's just how much they can translate that into military and some sort of land aggression.
Yeah, I mean they traded the fish top. They're trading now some fish. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like Vivi made a mistake. He should have committed for the fire ship and then take out the fish. But he lost a couple of fishing ships there as well. Obviously, with the Japanese, he has tankier ones, so can survive for a bit. I like the Skirm Camel combo.
Yeah. Skirm, and then he could always get Light Cav as well, or he has a few scouts left behind to snipe any monks that Vivi wants to make.
Skirm Camel seems like a very defensive comp. Just because
And
they're the
Lucho-
counter units, right?
Yeah, Lucho never had to, or never chose to sell his stone either. So he could make another TC out there on that gold somewhere. And Vivi's making fish traps right now, and I don't want you to look at them, but they're
No,
really
no,
bad. They're
no.
not Rage Forest fish traps, I'll tell you that much.
That's why he had to delete the ones on Acropolis.
Exactly.
He just can't be bothered.
Some quick walls in Lucho's base as the Knights and CA come in. Vivi not really microing them. I guess a little bit microing. And the camels
Yeah.
and skirms are way out of position here to defend against this. Lucho tried a house wall and there was a hole anyways.
Oh, my
14 to 1 eco KD.
Everything feels like it went south in a couple of seconds from Vivi.
Yeah, Vivi, I mean, his base is ugly, but it's been working, and Lucho's going to add some
Yeah.
seeds to try to crack open this egg.
Nice. Nice. Maybe he's gonna manage. I swear, Vivi's food eco is just alive because of the fish.
Yeah. Lucho did get ballistics, so he is able to take out these Japanese CA. And the camels can defend against the
Yeah,
cav.
camels still get some pretty good damage against CA once they land their swords on them.
Yeah, and because Vivi's trying to focus on too many things, or so many things, yeah, he has trouble trying to micro everything. I mean, Lucho, obviously, his base isn't looking too hot either. He has, like, no walls. He has a house in the middle of his wood line. Clearly, he's focusing on a lot as well, trying to get the damage in on Vivi. Vivi also already has defensive siege, so I don't know how much this siege from Lucho is going to be able to do.
Yeah, and well, it has a defensive siege workshop. Where's the mangonel? Okay, it's on the other side. I was gonna say that if Vivi deletes this lumber camp, he can keep that siege on the hill.
Oh yeah, that's true. It'd be a very nice position to try to take out that siege workshop. Siege workshops are always hard to take out because you never know when your opponent's gonna let their mangonel out and win that fight.
Hindustani's camels and the scouts with extra bonus damage against the buildings are just going to melt that wall. They're gonna get in, and I feel like there's simply too much military for Vivi to deal with. It's 35 military units to only 17 from Vivi.
But he also has like a very protective and closed off base. I think the worst thing for Vivi is he doesn't have a lot of space to farm here. And the scouts and camels are happy to go under the TC. We do have the second armor. Skirm's just sitting under the siege workshop, and Vivi's hasn't queued anything yet. He's going for what is that? Not wheelbarrow, handcart.
Oh my god, that's very ambitious, I feel like. Oh, there's a hole in that wood line. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the fate of those poor villagers. They'll have to find a better one somewhere. But Lucho's going straight for the market here. There's a hole there, by the way. He can just go in, but really wants to take.
I mean, he took
Vivi's
some.
eco balance.
It took some shots with the mangonel, but that hill that Vivi has now that his wood line's chopped out is just looking so nice. And one knight can take out that siege because there's really not much of a defense. Just
The
the
scrim
camel.
killed the traps, by the way.
The skirms killed what?
The traps.
The fish traps. That's smart.
Good. Good.
Good.
He could just jump on the market with the camels. He doesn't have too
That's
much
true.
HP.
Yeah, he doesn't even need siege. The skirm's just sitting under the TC as well.
With +2 armor, why not?
Forcing idle time. And then they'll just sit on the gold as well. Vivi really has very little gold. He does have some villagers on stone, so he could keep mining that. But yeah, this forward pressure is buying Lucho an eco advantage just because he has less idle time. He might not get away from those skirms.
This game is absolutely amazing. Holy, those are so exposed, and if the camels are coming here, they're gonna be able to catch not just the stone miners, but the vills that are building the TC as well.
Only one camel for the moment. Lucho just has to notice that. He's ready to run
Yeah.
out. There's nothing to quick wall there. That is going to be some juicy damage. Vivi trying to quick wall. Does he get it?
Hindustani camels though, with
Just
2
eat
or
that,
3
just
hits.
eat the houses.
Yeah. Oh, TC is going up.
Well done, Vivi.
Another siege workshop though. Oh my god, Lucho actually has very high chances of taking this set, and I'm very hyped about it because that would be immense for him.
Yeah, the composition's just been there with the camels and the skirms, and he's just put on the pressure constantly. His fish traps aren't too pretty either. They're actually better than Vivi's though, so I give him props for that.
Oh my god, I thought this was gonna be a quick 3-0, but look at Lucho fighting for his life with Hindustani Civ that you don't usually see on cross. Read the game perfectly here, I believe, putting so much pressure on Vivi on his home map. Yeah, Vivi's just alive because of the fish right now. He's putting a second dock in the north, and he's probably going to start the fish boom there.
Yeah, they're just about equal on vill counts and res collected, but the fish are making a difference for Vivi.
Lucho is just spamming camels and eating the production buildings, eating the mangonels that Vivi is trying to defend with. Vivi has 12, 11 military right now, and most of that are fire ships.
Yeah, it's so silly. It looks like
He's dead.
Yeah, it looks like Vill's trying to come in to repair the mangonels, but the Vills get taken out as well. Lucho is on top of it.
Oh my god. What a good game. Look at Vivi spending a lot of wood repairing that market. Really didn't want it to go down.
That's the only way he's staying in this game. He is adding more fish at the top. He's added a second dock there. He's thinking, okay, at least that's safe.
3 mangonels now. That TC is going to melt. There's +2 armor on the camel, so they can just sit under the TC and kill the repairing villagers, the vills that are about to come out of the TC. Good micro keeping the skirms there to to protect his mangonels, to protect his camels from some conversions. He's not paying attention to this mangonel though.
Pulled out. Okay. Yeah, just sending them
Notices.
the units in. You're okay. He's even splitting with the skirms. What are these camels doing? These camels are stunting on him.
Just looking, you know, they're
obviously, yeah, Lucho's feeling the pressure here. He feels the win in sight. He just needs to take out this TC, it feels like, and then all those vills are exposed.
Oh my god, the good raid though from Vivi, counter raid stopping the TC on the gold. That's TC number 3 for Lucho. However, cheaper villagers for Hindustanis.
You can replace them if there's time. The camels chase the CA away.
Yeah. And Vil, he's only, in Vil production, he's only 2 Vils behind 14 Vils in the queue. Oh my god, Lucho.
You can tell those are cheap vills.
Yeah.
There's that many in there.
Could cancel a couple of them and get maybe the +2 attack on the camels, even though the +2 is not super important since he's not like his fighting melee units.
No, but it'll help if he can feast on some villagers once this TC goes down. But it looks like the TC's going up faster than it's going down at the moment with so many villagers repairing. Will Vivi
taken 5k damage?
Yeah, will Vivi have much wood after that though? He can't really drop any more fish traps or any more farms.
He's just teasing us. Oh, wait, another mango. Nice shot on the skirms, but again, skirms have +2 on them already.
What's up, baskets? Howdy.
So many mangonels here. I think it's just a matter of time.
And it looks like Vivi's going to count on the monks to be his defense against the camels. But
I mean, there's ballistics on those skirms, though.
Yeah, I think that early ballistics that Lucho went for really did pay off for him. And it looks like Vivi's just going to go for the counterattack once again with these units because he's not. Good. He doesn't have the momentum here to fight these
exactly.
camels.
He should. His units are absolutely useless here. He can take the fight. But now that he sees up, there's protection for those wheels on gold. It's just a matter of reaction time. Also, Lucho has a couple of skirms in defense next to the wood line in the back. Yeah, I mean, there's a knight and a camel there as well, but very, very nice base layout. Lucho will almost have the stone for a castle soon as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Lucho might not wait for this mangonels to take out this DC. He might just go for the castle if he can send some vills forward. I think Vivi still has a fighting chance. It's not completely over yet, but it's looking very, very strong for Lucho at the moment. Vivi's been like stagnant, and
look at the resources. He's gonna be able to click up now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Lucho's map looked so much worse, but he just was able to pile on that pressure, and Vivi it felt like he was just walling up and playing defensive. There are no more skirms though.
Over 2k wood invested into repairing that PC, by the way. 1 second.
Conversions coming in against the camels. He got 1 conversion. Mangonels get pulled back. And okay, it looks like Lucho or Vivi will be able to keep up his TC for now. But Lucho has clicked. And
absolutely, sorry, I muted for a second because I was saying thanks to Super Cathy for a bunch of subs. Sola 5, thank you for the raid as well. Welcome, guys. You guys joined a tiny bit too late because this is turning out to be an amazing set here between Vivi and Lucho. This is game number 3, a game that swings heavily in favor of Lucho.
Lucho's considering where to drop the castle. Was going to drop it a bit more defensively, but it's like, no, Vivi has no economy. He has the outposts spotting everything in the front of Vivi's base. That's a really nice hill there to push towards Vivi's gold, his wood lines, his stone. And he already has siege on the other side. Could pop out a mangonel from his existing siege workshop and bop a bunch of villagers on the stone.
For sure, for sure. My god, this is turning to be an absolutely amazing set. Gold has been providing so many good games.
Yeah, it feels like the plat players a lot of time in the early sets, at least the ones that have been around for a while, they just kind of rely on other people to come up with strategies on these new maps, and it's the gold players that are coming up with these banger strats.
Absolutely. And
giving
as
us
you
good
see,
sets.
Vivi just finishing his transition into pikemen to deal with the camels. Lucho's castle goes up just in time, getting armor. A couple of Gulams are already in the production, and Gulams are countering whatever Vivi has on the field right now.
I think my capture age crashed, so I'm going to restart that and hopefully be back in the game in a second. It was just too much game for capture age to deal with.
Oh, okay. It was the strat from Lucho. It's okay. GG is called.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, Lucho winning the set with a 2-1. This is crazy result for Lucho. I think he's super happy with this. We're talking about how important getting a game from Vivi would be for him, but winning the entire set, that first game win really coming in handy here for him.